If Route 66 is on one of your road trip lists, you'll love watching these glimpses of these three towns, famous towns of Route 66. You have Oatman, you have Kingman, and Williams, Arizona. And a special bonus at the end, Good Springs, which is not on Route 66, but it has great connections to Route 66. Oh, my first indication to stop looking for food. That should give me an indication what was going to go happen in the small town, mining town of Oatman. You see what happens if these donkeys don't get fed. Well, let's make our way up to Kingman, Arizona. Well, I finally made it to Kingman, Arizona. It was an unexpected sideline trip I decided to take. Route 66, one of the last remaining preserved areas of the original Route 66, and I was on my bucket list to do. This is one of the iconic diners along Route 66. So, going to go in, have a great meal. Coffee, large breakfast, under $15, all great, all along Route 66 in Kingman. Great little video of the waitresses in the diner, and one of my favorite characters at the meadery in Kingman, Arizona. Now, as we leave Kingman, we're going to head off to Williams, Arizona. Because it was off season, I was get to see the whole town and tour it without any interruption. It's early February and it's great doing a walking tour. The streets are almost deserted, but I want you to think of this. Up to 5.5 to 6 million people could be coming to Williams during the year for tourists. This is a destination point you got to put in the road trip. Up to 15,000 cars are handled daily during the peak of their season. And it had been virtually impossible for me to do a type of video like this during the height of the tourist season. I like looking at the little quirky shops and the signs they have in the shops like you just saw previously. But for a town of 3,500 population, what it explodes to here by early summer to September, been phenomenal. Well, this is nostalgia, machine gun Humvee.
broke it in half.
Off Route 66, I'm heading off to Good Springs. And of course, you pass a few of these great little artifacts. And of course, it's also on the way to Vegas, but I took another detour and hit Good Springs. Now, the reason I brought Good Springs into this is that it was an original place where Clark Gable, the 1940s movie star, used to hang out, as well as connected to Oatman on the Route 66. This town, little town, is also the backdrop for one of those apps called the New Vegas. One of my favorite little towns to go to, not because of the nostalgic connected to Clark Gable, but also it's got one of the most well-preserved pioneer saloons that I've seen in many of my travels. Thanks for watching. Also, check out my video on the Mojave shoe tree. It's also in the same region. You'll love the Americana.